Uh,
All right. So first, we would like to introduce ourselves. Hello, I'm Eric, and I'm a national master who has always been an avid chess player. I've played this game since I was around 6 years old, so that's like around 10 years of experience. And I still play in local tournaments and teach in chess schools. For example, I taught in Chess Inspire over the summer, as well as other programs. And some achievements that I hold is that I reached the NM title at 13 years old, and I won multiple Spiegel High School Chess State Championships, which I have trophies on shown by the right. And I also had a team that won the East Amateur Scholastic and State Champion and placed fourth in the 10th grade National High School Championship this year. So I still remain highly competitive and compete in many tournaments. And I currently have a USCF rating of 2274.
Hi everyone, I'm Victor Feng. I'm a candidate master USCF. I started playing chess when I was 4 years old, so that's coming in at 12 years now. Although I did take a break in the middle when COVID started. And I like to think of my chess journey as two separate journeys, one pre-COVID and one after COVID. I think I learned a lot about the game, and I really appreciated the game during COVID. And achievements. So I obtained the title candidate master at 14 years old. Um, Something I'm very proud of to this day. I'm a Massachusetts high school champion, a US East amateur scholastic champion. I was on the team Eric was on. I'm a leader of the Lexington High School Chess Club, as well as the social media manager of the Massachusetts High School Chess League. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how chess is reflected in life, right? I think this is an aspect of the game not many people talk about, but once you learn this, it's gonna help you appreciate chess. So, as an overview to draw comparisons from the game of chess and life, uh, chess teaches people how to become better versions of themselves. Both chess and life require strategy, patience, and decision making. And success in chess also requires foresight, adaptability, and learning from mistakes. And last but not least, every piece and move has a purpose similar to the people and action of our lives. So what do I mean by these four bullet points? Well, let's just take a look at them one by one. So the first thing chess teaches you is how to plan ahead. Um, strategies are very complex. They require thinking in 8 to 10 moves in the future and then calculating if the result of that is good or bad. And based on that, you then decide if you want to play or move or not. So, um, this really reflects how people in life set long-term goals, right? Preparing for potential obstacles and sacrificing other dreams and goals for the one strategy you choose to go. And as you can see, right, like on this image, it starts with vision, right? You have to be able to see things first, and then you develop a strategy, and you got to execute the strategy. That's the 3 steps towards success. And I had a coach once, uh, a few years back. He's a AI programmer, and he said that the way people plan in chess is the same way people plan when they do machine learning. It's the same questions, it's the same strategies, and ultimately you're just working towards moving forward. The next thing I think how chess reflects in life is it really teaches you about decision making. Um, so like in life, every decision you make in chess has damaging consequences and good results. Just for example, for people who have played chess, right? Some thoughts we often get is if I sacrifice this piece, do I get a winning attack? Right? Or another one would be if I trade these pieces, Am I practically better or worse? So everything has a drawback in uh but also the good side. And chess is one of the best games there is to reflect that. The third thing is patience. So people oftentimes rush into things, right? Right? We respond, right? We see something on the news, we like to respond. We get homework at the end of the day, we try to do it immediately. Well, sometimes uh life requires a bit more patience, right? A bit more time for us to think. And that's what chess teaches, right? So chess teaches players to craft long plans and wait for their opponents to blunder. Right? You can't win a game if your opponent does not make a mistake. That just does not happen in chess. And so once your opponent do make mistakes, that is when you capitalize on the limited chances you get each game. And like in chess, right? We see all these patterns in life as well. Nothing comes easy and good never always comes our way. So we have to just be observant and take our chances. I'll give you an example, right? Um, maybe you were doing bad in a class, right? The whole entire term, you're doing bad. You have C's on the tests, you're getting D's on the homework, you're not finishing work. And then but at the end of the term, right, there's a big test. There's a big test coming up. That is the chance to strike, right? That's similar to chess. You're just waiting for moments where you can improve your grade. You're waiting for moments where you can improve your position. And the end all be all, the most important lesson I think chess teaches is losing actually. So it's hard to imagine, but losing in chess games has actually taught me way more than any other lesson. What do you mean by that? Well, losing sucks, obviously, right? No one wants to lose. Um, you lose rating, you get embarrassed, right? You feel sometimes worthless, but everyone loses in chess, right? Even the world champions, they've lost plenty of games. They've lost their fair share of games. Chess, you either win, lose, or tie, so everyone's gonna lose at one point. And as I said, I've lost in horrible fashion in some of these games. I've lost to people way worse than me in completely winning positions, and I basically almost quit. But at the end of the day, losing in chess really teaches a few things that I don't think any other game can teach you, like when you lose. So number one, accountability. Chess, it's not random. There's no by chance. The moves are played by you and your opponent. So when you lose, it's literally your opponent outplayed you. So that's number one. It teaches you how to take accountability. Um, Perseverance. In long tournaments, players who can take losses and keep fighting become people who overcome adversity. So, so I have like a friend I want to share. This guy, I've seen him play in tournaments before where he loses four straight games in a row, but but every single tournament, he's always there. He's always there. He's always playing. And it's at the end of the day, it's all perseverance. He is now the leader of Massachusetts High School Chess League, and he also became third place in the K to 12 grade championship. So he's the third best 12th grader in the entire nation. But it wasn't always like that, right? In the past, he used to lose game after game. It was really frustrating to him. He was older than us, but he was weaker than us. His rating was lower, but he just kept at it. And last but not least, chess teaches us composure. So, once you get to a certain level, the level me and Eric Feng are at, so I'm a candidate master. Eric is a national master. In these high level games, if you're losing, it's gonna take 3 to 4 hours at sometimes before you actually lose. Now, during this time, right, I went through every single emotion. I felt sad. I felt horrible. I felt worthless even. Um, but what chess teaches you is to maintain your composure, right? You can feel all these things deep down, but you're in a big hall with 200 people. You can't just crash out. You can't just yell. You can't just cry. So yeah, chess teaches a lot of composure. Players are expected to act emotionless and indifferent. Now sometimes in these tournaments, if you go there, there be little kids who cry, but they learn. Like once people reach a certain age, we all learn how to lose gracefully. And it's an important skill to have. It's an important skill to have to not just freak out over every small detail.
Okay, now we will talk on AI's impact on chess. So first, AI is now developing as an engine and as useful tool in chess, and it can help with player development and training. So right now there are many engines like AlphaZero and Leela Chess Zero, which can allow players to study games with insight and analysis, which is far beyond human capability. So now these players are able to learn from these AI engines who are far surpassing these players, like even the greatest players of all time, Magnus Carlsen, Ding Liren, or Gukesh. So obviously us as humans, we're able to learn from these AI engines and learn many new ideas or tricks. So AI has like a really powerful influence on these future generations in chess. Also, so AI can help identify learning patterns, weaknesses, strengths in these players' games, which can help them improve in their decision making and positional understanding. And yeah, as I said before, AI can assist these players through opening preparation or any preparation of some sort, and they can also generate deep lines and novelties that players use competitively in tournaments and clubs or at school through their games. Also, the AI is really accessible and popular to all chess players. So AI tools can make chess more accessible to beginners and can offer interactive tutorials or personalized feedback. So like most of these AI engines, you don't have to like purchase or spend money to get. You can access an engine on like chess.com or Lichess, or you can even ask like ChatGPT to generate ideas and how you could improve. It could like generate a training plan for you. So this is like really accessible for all players, and you don't have to really pay to access these learning tools. Also, AS has grown really popular and can help with like streaming and content creation for chess. So like AI engines are like integrated into live chess streams and videos and can provide instant analysis and can also encourage and engage commentary for the viewers. And lastly, AI is really useful for online chess as it can enhance platforms like chess.com or Lichess or even like Chess Kid, like all these chess platforms. AI powers these features on online chess platforms and can um, help players through analysis, skill matching, and generating these puzzles. It also helps with cheating detection, as AI is able to identify whether a player is cheating or not through like suspicious play patterns, and can maintain fairness in online and over-the-board competitions.
Yeah, as a quick side note though, the last bullet point, like the cheating detection hasn't got good until recently. I
Hmm.
remember during COVID, like 4 or 5 years ago, like one of my buddy's accounts got closed for cheating, even though he didn't cheat. So it hasn't been too accurate.
Yeah, but now since technology is improving, the cheating detection and all of AI's functions are improving as well along with it. So now we will go over our course, which is called AI Chess. So here's what we have to offer. We teach everyone of all ages and different rating, but we specifically target the young audience and young students. So depending on the amount of people that register, we will offer different level classes where there will be like a beginner course, an intermediate course, and maybe even an advanced course. So when we what we teach in these classes, we can specialize in teaching principles, strategies, and calculations. So this includes endgame and middle game techniques, tactics of varying difficulty. So like hard tactics, easier tactics for beginners, like any sort of tactics, we will guide our students through how to solve these tactics. We will practice with openings. We can offer training games, and we will help analyze what went wrong in these games. And also, we can talk of our tournament experiences and help these young students learn about how a tournament will go and maybe help them compete in their first tournament.
Yeah, and so for like this is our first time doing it, but um but we have a 10-week course as well as a 5-week course. The 10-week course is going for $200 and the 5-week course goes for $120. And it all starts February 1st. And and yeah, classes will just meet once a week online for 1 hour. There will be homework sometimes. And on top of only offering courses, we also can do one-on-ones if you contact us. There isn't a set price for that. We're also open to do camps. So we've done camps in the past, not as AI chess, but as different organizations. So we're very flexible. And as Eric said, truly anyone, all age, all ratings can join. We'll find a suitable match for you. It doesn't matter if you're 1770, it doesn't matter if you're unrated, you don't if you're just starting out. We will find an appropriate level for you. Um, that's kind of what Eric and I actually envision, is to improve people. So now we'll move on to the Q&A section. Um, does anyone have any questions for us?
Oh, and also, after this meeting is over, we will send a recording of the meeting. Um, and as well as that, we'll also provide a sign up link for the courses in chat before everyone leaves. So if you're planning on signing up, you can save the link to sign up, or we'll send out emails after the meeting with the recording as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So are there any questions? Okay, great. So I did see a question earlier, put into the Google form that I wanted Eric and I to um, go over our individual chess journeys, which we'll share right now. Eric, do you want to um go first?
You can go first.
All right, so I'm Candidate Master Victor Fang. I'm 16 years old now, but I started playing when I was 4. You do the math, that's coming up on 12 years, which is a long time. It's more than half my life. And when I first started playing, I remember going to local chess clubs where I would win them easily. I'm talking about like Winchester Chinese school chess club, and I would win, right? But so a little backstory, my dad played. That's how I got into it actually. And he was my first coach. He coached me for 3 to 4 years, but I didn't really improve. So he took me to a coach named Jorge, a grandmaster named Jorge in Rhode Island. And from there, that's where I started to improve. At one point, I was the best 8-year-old in the state. So I was the highest rated. And when I was 8, I also won the Spiegel Cup, which is the solo state champion. And from there, I kind of teetered out though, because I didn't really like chess at that age. Or even when I did, it was more so because I liked winning. It wasn't so I liked the game itself. So from ages 8 to 10, I really stalled. I hit a wall. People got around me got way better. The people I used to be better than got better than me, like Eric Feng, for example. During this time, he got way better than me. And yeah, then COVID started when I was roughly 11 or 12. I was 1800 at this point, but I was already 1800 for 2 years. So I didn't really improve. But COVID started. So that's when I went online. I saw a bunch of YouTube videos. I saw like a bunch of chess books, and That's how I got hooked back into chess. And truly, the stuff I shared earlier about how chess impacts life, I think that's why I keep playing chess because I see similarities in chess and life, and it's really propelled me on this journey because I find it really interesting. Yeah. So now I'm a high school champion in Massachusetts. I'm a US East amateur champion with Eric Feng, and I do social media work for many different organizations in Massachusetts area. So Eric, would you like to go next?
Yeah, okay. So I'm Eric Feng, and as I've said before, I started chess at the age of 6. And I was introduced by my dad, who really liked the game. And he still plays, actually. He's never competed in a tournament, but he plays a lot online. And so, right, I've been introduced, right? So as I started, I went to many clubs like the Metro West Club or the Boylston Chess Club, where some of them just had like weekly tournaments where you just play one game a week. So I just like go there after school. So at the start I improved very slowly. I was stuck at like 1700 rating, and yeah, I never gained too much rating from any tournaments. But then after a while right? Like there were many great players like Victor or like other players that were way better than me. So I started to try and improve. And during the coronavirus period, that's when I actually started practicing a lot. I played a lot of online games. I played like Blitz, Bullet, Rapid games. I studied through courses as well as I had different coaches. And after the coronavirus period hit, I quickly improved my rating starting from 2000, and I quickly gained hundreds and hundreds of points to the 2200 mark. And even at one point when I was like around 13 years old, I was like the top 15 um for under 13-year-old players in the United States. So yeah, after then, I didn't really improve as much, but I still played very competitively and I won many awards, such as like the Spiegel Cup as Victor did. And I've won pretty much consecutively now for like 4 to 5 years. And I've also played in tournaments like Massachusetts Open or as well as like the amateur East Amateur State tournament with Victor. We were on the same team and we played very well, and we won the scholarship and the best in Massachusetts award for that tournament. And yeah, like I've said before, this year I also competed in the high school national chess tournament, which I placed fourth in. So yeah, both Victor and I had very long journeys to get to where we are now in the game of chess. We've made many friends. We've had many different experiences, and we've learned many new things. So, yeah. Do any of you guys have any questions still?
I believe Yato has a question.
Who?
Hi, I'm Yao Tong. Hi, so I just have a question for both instructors, Victor and Eric. I was just wondering, so individually, who do you think your toughest opponent was? And then maybe if by any chance y'all played together or on the same team, who was your toughest opponent for that? Thank you.
That's a good question. Eric, gonna go first?
I'll have to think about this one. I've played many strong opponents, so
Okay,
if
I
you
have
can
an
get
alright answer for that. So I played once the former number two in India. So India is, I think, undoubtedly the best chess country in the world. The world champion Gukesh right now, as Eric mentioned, he is from India, right? He's actually working with a lot of AI bots as a side note. But there's this other guy, I don't actually know like the pronunciation of it's like, but his name is Permarian Nagy or something. But I can get back to you on how to
yeah.
spell his name. But I played him at a tournament in Connecticut, and and I actually drew him. He was 2700 at the time, and I was roughly 2,200. So he was 500 rating points higher than me. This former #2 chess player in India. I mean, he's won the best awards in India, the Arjuna uh award for sports, which is award they only give out to chess players and Olympic athletes who win. So so yeah, it was a honor to play him, and it was almost an honor to beat him, but it was definitely an honor to draw him. I almost beat him. I almost beat him.
Okay, so like I think for playing local, my strongest opponent was Zhou Jianchao, as some of you might know. He's like a grandmaster. He's competed on the China national team. And yeah, I played against him actually like 3 or 4 times in classical chess, and I think I drew him like twice or 3 times. So, but he's really still like a tough opponent to play against, and he's extremely talented and good. But to add to that, I also play a lot online. So I've played many strong players online. And as I play like Blitz or Bullet, I've actually queued against like really strong players like Hikaru, Andrew Tang, or like Aruja, with like who's like all very strong players. So yeah, I've played against many strong GMs as well as young talented players. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay.
We have time to take one more question. If anyone has a question. Okay, well that concludes our meeting. Wait, it looks like okay, never mind. Okay, so
If
that
you if
concludes
you
our
have a
meeting.
question, you can just unmute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before we conclude our meeting, right now I'm gonna send the sign up link for our course registration in the chat room. So if you guys would like to register, you can view there, and we'll send emails out after for the people that registered, and we'll also send emails out with the recording of this seminar after for everyone who attended.
Yeah, I also got a direct message asking what openings we play. Uh, well, I play the London system as white, which is one of the most solid, but also one of the most boring openings ever.
Yeah.
The whole point of the London system is you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. And there's another. Okay, there's
Oh,
another.
yeah. So for the lesson times, we're looking at we talked about it for being at 5 p.m. On Sundays. So we said that we'd start on February 1st, right? So then it'd be every week, and Victor and I will each host a separate class probably on I'll probably do so like one of us will do Saturday and one of us will do a Sunday class in case you guys have something else going on. And we were looking at doing each class around 5 p.m. EST. But if that doesn't work, we can always reschedule these times. So we're gonna send out emails later with information.
Yeah, times are flexible. We can even do
Yeah.
one-on-ones.
Hmm.
Has anyone
Does that
um
answer your question? Oh, and for the openings that I play the okay, yeah, thank you. For the openings that I play the Catalan, which is interesting, but also can trade off pieces and lead to a draw. But I like playing the Catalan and it's pretty easy to play. And as black, I like playing the Caro Con. And yeah, both are pretty solid openings.
yeah, Eric and I actually play the same thing as black, and partially that's because we had a lot of the similar coaches growing up, so
Hmm.
so it's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, if there's no more questions, I think we can conclude. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Dr. Gardner.
Thank you.
If there's no more questions, I'm gonna stop recording, I'll stop sharing and stop recording now.
And if anyone wants